For vlogging and stuff like that, that's not something that I really am looking for. What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. I got something new that I want to show you guys. I want to review it for you. If you saw the title, you already know what I'm about to review. But first, I'm starving, so I'm gonna make me some food really quick. Alright, as you just saw, I made something super simple, super delicious, bacon and eggs. I'm gonna eat this. I am so hungry. Also got this new drink called the Zevia, grape flavored soda sweetened with stevia. So it's super delicious. And yeah, that's what I'm about to eat. Then we'll get on to the main topic of the video. Alright, what's up, y'all? So I want to go ahead and review a new lens that I just got. I've had it for about a week now, and I want to share the cons and the pros of the lens, what I think about it, and if you should go out and purchase this lens. So the lens that I'm referring to is this little guy right here. This is the SLR Magic 8mm lens, and this is for a micro four thirds sensor. In case you didn't know, currently all my videos are shot on a Panasonic G7. I think this is a great camera. It's affordable, it's cheap, it's super small because it's mirrorless, and it also shoots 4K, and it's around like 500 bucks. So this camera I've used for pretty much all my videos, and it has a micro four thirds sensor. Now, the biggest downfall when it comes to micro four thirds is that it has a 2x crop, right? So it's super hard to find really wide lenses that are wide, but also they don't distort the image, meaning that they don't, you know, kind of have like that GoPro effect. So I did some research. I was looking online, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money. Before, my lens of choice was the kit lens, and the widest that the kit lens goes is 14mm, but I wanted something wider because I felt like it was too close. And especially when it comes to vlogging, you're trying to hold the camera out, you really aren't able to see much. So I did some research and I found the SLR. So first, I want to go over the pros and the things that I liked about this lens. Number one, the first thing that I love about this lens is how wide it is, right? Obviously, I was in the market for something that's wide. This is an 8mm lens, so if you times that by 2, it'll be considered a 16mm on a full frame sensor. All the footage that you saw before, me cooking and vlogging, all that was shot on this lens. So again, it's super wide. You're able to see a lot within the frame, and you don't have to worry about holding it out too much because it's gonna capture everything. I love that I can put it on the dash of my car and I'm able to see everything, right? So it's super wide, which is one thing that I really love about this lens. The second thing I love about the lens is obviously the size of it. I mean, this thing is tiny. I thought the kit lens that I had was small, but this thing is tiny. This is my hand. This is the lens. I know I have big hands, but man, this thing is tiny. This adds like zero weight to the camera. It's not heavy at all. I would say that this combined with the camera and the mic and everything, it's easily like less than 2 pounds total weight. So this thing is small, it's compact, you can take it anywhere you want, and you won't have to, you know, worry about it taking up too much space. So that's one thing that I love about this lens. Alright, and last but not least, the third thing that I really love about this lens is the price. While I was researching on wide angle lenses that I can purchase, a lot of them were super pricey. I was looking at the 7 to 14 millimeter Panasonic, and I believe that one was around, I want to say $800, maybe more. And so a lot of the lenses that I looked at were a lot of money, and I was not looking to spend a whole lot. Then I found this guy, and this is only, I think I got this lens for $140. That is super cheap, and I figured, man, it's so cheap, why not just give it a try? I saw a lot of great things about the lens, so I said, why not? Just spend 140 bucks, got this lens. It's super budget friendly. Anybody who's looking to up their game as far as wide angle lenses, and they have a Panasonic or Micro Four Thirds sensor, this definitely is the way to go if you're looking not to spend too much money and have a wide angle look. And now I want to go over the 3 things that I did not like about the lens, or the cons of this lens. Number 1, this is a manual focus lens. There is no autofocus on this guy. So when it comes to things like vlogging, there's going to be a little extra work on your end to make sure that everything is in focus. I've had this thing for a week, and I will say that there have been shots that I had to reshoot because when I watched it back, it was out of focus and I didn't check my focus. I'm just used to having autofocus lenses. This is my first manual focus lens, so I have to remind myself every time that I'm about to shoot something to check the focus. If your camera offers focus peaking, I would highly suggest that you use that, especially with this lens. That way you're guaranteed that you're gonna get as sharp of a shot as possible. So that would be something to consider when getting this lens. Number 2, I'm not sure why, but this lens, when it gets around lights, it just has like this hazy effect that the light starts to leak within the lens. Honestly, sometimes doesn't give for a very flattering look. Like even in my kitchen, I'll try to shoot something, and if the light's hitting it a certain way, it'll give like this weird look, and it'll look almost hazy. Now for some people that may be a cool look, it's a little cinematic, but for me, I'm trying to get as clear of a picture as possible, and that's just not something I'm looking for. Maybe on certain occasions I'll want that, but for vlogging and stuff like that, that's not something that I really am looking for. So I have to make sure that I'm away from lights and angle the camera a certain way. That way I don't get any light leaks within this lens. Last but not least, the third thing that I don't like about this camera is that it's an f4 lens. You know, on a full frame, that wouldn't be a huge deal. You would get some, you know, depth of field with this lens, but since this is a Micro Four Thirds sensor, you already don't get a lot of depth of field. As with an f4, I mean, it's really, you're not really getting much. The kit lens I was using was a 3.5, so I do wish that this was a shallower depth of field. That way I could just get a better looking picture. That is also something you probably want to consider when looking at purchasing this lens. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching this video. I would say if you have a Micro Four Thirds sensor camera and you're looking to start vlogging or get wider shots, this is definitely a good starter lens to start you out and then progress onto other lenses. Again, you're gonna get a super wide shot at an affordable price. So I hope this video helps you out in determining whether or not to get this lens. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below on suggestions on what I should do next. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!